Right, is South Africa set for another electricity shock? I hope not. Reports suggest, however, that prepaid electricity users are at risk of being left in the dark in 2024. If their meters aren't updated, they will stop accepting new tokens. The current prepaid electricity voucher system used in the country is set to have run out of voucher sequences for the unique tokens produced specifically for each meter by the 24th of November 2024. Now, the current standard transfer specification, or STS system, has been in place since 1993 and will stop dispensing voucher sequences at this date. Let's get a little bit more clarity, and we're joined by Conlog Innovation and Designer Executive and Chairman of the STS Association, Lance Hawkins-Dady. Lance, good to have you. Thanks very, very much for joining us here on Morning Live.
Good morning, Leanne, and good morning to your viewers, and thanks for having me.
All right, so we don't want to cause panic, because it's not a time to panic. This is enough time to do this transition and update the software. But this is true, though. The current form of prepaid electricity, that system has to change. So this isn't a rumor, this is real.
Yes. So essentially, unlike the Y2K, for instance, where there was a lot of uncertainty around whether it would be an issue or not, this is a mathematical certainty. Okay. I think the important thing to remember is that this rollover was in the specification since 1993. So everybody's known about it, but it is not a difficult problem or challenge to overcome. It just needs to be executed.
Yeah. Okay, so just the way it was before, I was just doing a little bit of reading about it, and it said that from the system, when it has been in place, when it was started, it used sort of the time that it was actually bought at, including a whole bunch of other numbers. But the sequence comes to an end the 24th of November 2024, and that's why it has to change to another one so that the new sequences can start.
Yes, so essentially the system was designed with that sequence number, what we call the token identifier. It has a lifespan of 31.9 years. So it started on the 1st of January 1993 and increments for every minute that lapses. And it represents the date and time the token was generated, which is what is used to uniquely identify each and every token. On the 24th of November 2024 at exactly 8:15 at night, that sequence number reaches its maximum value and will reset back to zero.
Amazing.
After that, no further tokens will be accepted by the meters. They will be seen, the tokens will be seen as being old, and when people's credit in the meter runs out, the meter will disconnect power. So the TID rollover has to occur before that time.
Okay, and just in terms of, this is not just a local thing, this is not just South Africa. I believe that this is a global thing for prepaid meters around the world, about, 70 million users?
Yeah, it's global. As I mentioned, it's been in the standard since the standard was first developed by Conlog for the Eskom electrification project. About 70 meters globally in over 100 countries, probably about, I think it's about 10 million or 11 million meters in South Africa, 6.5 thereabouts in Eskom, and about 3 across the municipalities.
Okay, so let's talk about how this is going to work. We've given background now. That's the story. It's true. It's confirmed. 24th of November 2024, the deadline, whatever time it was that you mentioned in the nighttime. How do I avoid this? What is going to happen? What's the process?
Okay, so users of STS technology, that being utilities and the municipalities, there's a couple of things they need to do. One, they need to upgrade their vending software to be able to do this TID rollover. Secondly, there are hardware security modules. Those are very secure devices that actually encrypt and generate the 20-digit tokens. Those need to be upgraded to the latest level, what we call STS Edition 2. And then to roll out the actual program, all that's needed is for 2 20-digit tokens to be inserted into each meter. So it's not a software error in the meter. It's literally just resetting that TID. And those tokens can be inserted in one of two ways, either using field technicians who can go out to site, visit each and every meter, and perhaps do meter audits at the same time, or those 20-digit tokens can be given to the consumers when they come and purchase electricity tokens. If that method is used, I mean, each of us buy electricity at least once a month. So, theoretically, all 70 million meters following that method could be done in a matter of 3 months, and then the outliers can be addressed before 2024.
Yeah. That's the worry. I mean, you don't want to leave it that late, because we do have this kind of last-minute mentality. It's something that we're really good at, but it leads itself to and lends itself to a lot of issues that can arise from that. So, I mean, if I want to already start updating the software, who do I contact? What do I do so that I'm ahead of the curve? And can I still use the old tokens, or the tokens that are now valid? Will they still work even if I've updated everything?
Okay, so let's tackle your first question first. I think if utilities in Munich approach a service provider that can assist them with this, Conlog is one of those. We've been in this metering industry for over 30 years, founder member of the STS Association. We have a host of managed services that we can provide, including a cloud solution, which then saves utilities in Munich from having to spend that capital investment to upgrade their infrastructure. We provide project management skills, because that would be required to actually successfully execute a project, particularly if the install base is large. We provide training. I think that's imperative to management level, to the technician level. Marketing, consumer communication, telling consumers what this is about, how it's going to be conducted, and managing all the activities related to the physical execution. So in other words, actually inserting the tokens into the meter to do the key change, and then a customer support. So Conlog provides all of that, which, whoever your utility or Munich service provider is, that would be the first place I would go to. In terms of the old tokens, no, you can't replay those once the TID rollover has occurred. That was part of the security. Not only in resetting the TID, you also reset the specific secure meter key. Those tokens will be based then on a previous meter key.
Yeah. If we look at meter fraud, because this is becoming a very, very big thing, there's a huge uptick in this. Will we see this even more in the months and perhaps the year ahead of the software update, if people are using the wrong tokens or falling victim to some form of criminals out there saying that they know what they're doing and it's fine? I mean, this is a time that people really need to be educated about this. Yeah.
No, I don't think you're going to see an uptake in fraudulent activities, and I'll tell you why. The vending systems control